Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Gemini. I'm the Cannastrologer, and this is another reading for the middle of January 2024. Okay, that's better, sorry. But whenever you're seeing this, if the title resonates, if the message resonates, then it's meant for you. Don't try to force anything or make it fit. Do understand that energies can be crisscross, flip-flopped, and or reversed, and that everybody encompasses both masculine and feminine energies within them. So it's just a matter of balance. Gemini, when I was getting the cards ready for you during pre-shuffle, I had, it's called The Business by Tiesto. That's what was on my playlist. And so some of the lyrics are, let's get down to business, give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this, so let's get down to business. Then it goes on to say, it's been a while since I had your attention, so it might hurt to hear this. Dreams we have don't ever fall away. We can't live them if we stay the same, so let's get down to business. So it's like kind of like that feeling of now or never, should or get off the pot. Let's do this. We've got one more chance. Some of you might have one more chance, one more night, one more time, one more try. Take it as it resonates. All right, so Gemini, let's get into this. We're going to start out with some Kabbalah Tree of Life Oracle, and then we've got tea leaf fortune cards. I'm going to pull tarot on each one of the fortune cards, and then we'll end with the Faerytale Oracle, which I haven't played with in a while for each of the signs. So let's get into this. What do we have for Gemini, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good for Gemini. Let's get down to business. Thank you. This is interesting. Okay, Gemini. Bottom of the deck, we have the Warrior. So the energy that I'm feeling off of this, first off, bottom of the deck is like underlying energy, what you've already been working with, dealing with, and or what you don't see coming. I feel like this is more like what you've been dealing with. We've got the Warrior energy, somebody fighting for something, somebody being like the warrior of a group, the warrior of a family, the warrior of yourself. You could be fighting something, illness, controversy, adversity, things like that. But then, and this is card number 7. 7s are about defending yourself. They're also about opportunity. It's also about deceit and betrayal. Then we've got number 14, casualty. Now 14 divided by 2 is 7. So it's like you could be losing half of something, half of someone. You could be losing something. There's a casualty. It doesn't have to be a person, okay, but it can just be a situation. Casualty. I don't know what these cards say about it, though, so let's see what the Kabbalah... Where are my books? They're right here. Let's see what the book has to say about it. So we're going to start... We'll start with the Warrior, since it's bottom of the deck. So you're fighting for what you want, but remember that a fight need not be a terrible struggle. The more accurately you act, the less wear and tear to yourself. Be ready to chop out dead wood and keep only what is genuinely useful. This is no time for misplaced sentiment. So possible meanings: a battle or conflict, trouble which must be faced, an opponent, discrimination, rigorous training, the need to act decisively. So that's the Warrior energy. There's some kind of controversy, conflict, fighting, something like that going on with you. Or this it could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, so just, again, take it as it resonates. Place yourself where you need to go. But don't force anything. If this isn't you, then leave it for somebody whose storyline this is. So then we have casualty. What is casualty? Okay. So it is not enough just to keep going. You need to examine why and how the situation has arisen. This gives you a chance to master it rather than being driven by it. Take time to reflect, Create the space to consider even when you're in the middle of activity. Perhaps it is time to shake off your old ideas. So possible meanings: an explanation which reveals the truth of the situation, the root cause, a way forward, study of philosophy or spiritual matters, abstract design or calculation, forward planning, and the reasons behind a decision. So it's like somebody wants to fight. Somebody wants to just like, go full force, like, at whatever the situation, or, I hope it's not like a person directly, but like something like that, right? Some kind of controversy. And the casualty is saying, step back and learn from it first. Look at what's actually happening and what lessons you can learn from this, and also potentially, a better way, a better plan of attack, so to speak. Making a good plan of action. It's still like very what's the word I'm looking for? It's like when soldiers in the game of war, I almost want to say it's like war-minded, militant type of energy. But not everybody's, a war mind. Not everybody's like been in the army or the military. We're just gonna keep going. Okay. I even earlier was feeling like Viking energy, like just conquering and dominating, right? You might have that like somewhere in your genealogy. All right, so let's get into this Gemini. What do we have for higher peace, power, protection, prosperity for the greater good? Tea leaf fortune for Gemini. Okay, pale, time to get out of a situation. Apple, temptation will test you. Who had that? Scorpio, or no, Cancer had that, the very second card. Same as you. What's Gemini, please? So you could be dealing with a Cancer, or have that somewhere in your chart. Underneath the deck we have chair empty. Someone will be leaving your life. Now, Scorpio did have that somewhere, I think. What else do we have for Cancer? I'm sorry, Gemini. Sorry. Might want to go watch the Cancer reading. Gemini, please. Scales, keep your life in balance. So you may be feeling like you're juggling right now. Don't know how these fell, to be exact. Oh, wait. Yeah? I don't know. I might have... Interesting. Alright, I'm just going to take it like this. I may have messed up the cards there because they kind of fell out all at once and I didn't catch it, but it's fine because this is all one storyline. Things could be happening at the same time. It could be happening around the same time. So again, just place it where it needs to go. We start out with pale, time to get out of a situation. So some of you could be dealing with a situation in which you're very uncomfortable. Like, it's either you're uncomfortable, you're not sure about where it's going. It's kind of like, that sinking ship feeling where, now I'm feeling Viking again, but it's like you're on a sinking ship and you see there's a hole in the boat and it's not being plugged and it keeps on going under. And it's just a matter of time. So are you, when are you going to jump? And then that temptation will test you. When are you going to jump? When are you going to give in? What is it that's testing you? I know it sounds weird, but I'm already getting this storyline. It's like there may be something that you want to tell someone, or like a, I don't know, like legal or department or something like that. It's like you want to tell someone something before you go down with it too. It's like before you go down with the sinking ship. So it's like you want to make sure that your name is clear. I have no idea where this is coming from. So if any of this resonates, then make sure to drop a comment below, or, give me a like. And while we're at it, make sure, welcome back all of my returning subscribers. But if you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content. But okay, so back to what I was talking about. Like, you don't want to go down with the sinking ship. And then it's interesting because then the next card is a dolphin. Like, dolphins swim in the water, in the ocean, right? Sinking ships, ocean, dolphin. But this is financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So it's like you may want to talk to somebody about this and don't want to go down in a sinking ship. So it's like that's why this temptation is testing you to say something first. Now that's for some of you. For others of you, you could just be having a temptation. This is like, that sacred apple, and it turns out being poisonous. So it's like there's something right in front of you that you could do, and it could be tempting you because maybe you need the money. Maybe it's something like that. But just think about what you're doing before you bite into that apple, because it could be poisonous. So financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. There could have been something in the past that tempted you that you did. Then the very next card is barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So whether you blew through all of that money, or, it's like, people say it's not about the money. It's like you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have love, then what do you got, right? Or goals. You may not have any goals in front of you, like lackluster. So then we have seahorse, family matters. Another ocean element here. So you might have some strong connections or strong ties to the ocean. You may, like to go diving or something like that. Interesting fact about seahorses. The male seahorse and the female seahorse, obviously, in order to procreate, right? They do the thing. But then the female seahorse transfers the sperm, I guess it would be called, or whatever. It's already been, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but all the babies. Transfers all the babies into the male seahorse, who then carries them to term, and it's actually the male seahorse that gives birth. I mean, that's, as a mother who's had 2 natural childbirths, like, I think that's awesome. But anyway, family matters. So it has to do with something with family matters. Maybe it's like you're a male and you've never had children, and it's like that's a new experience for you because it's a little weird, little different with the seahorse, right? Then we've got fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So this is like the passion within. You have this like passionate energy, or somebody has this passionate type of energy for you. But it could be passionate love or hate, okay? Fire elements, the wands and the tarot, it's all about passion. It could be passion towards a person, but it also can be passion towards what, like work, career, finance, or what you're passionate about. So this could be like a strong passion, love or hate at work, or for your job, or for what you do. You could passionately hate your job, Like I was saying, like it goes back to like, you may be displeased right now with your work family and like, something that you passionately hate at the moment or don't want to be part of, which is why it's like time to get out of this situation. And while temptation could have tested you or is testing you, maybe due to financial gain or loss, you feel something is lacking, and it's like you want to live a different kind of lifestyle, right? And it could involve family. Like you want to make the best decisions now. So I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, so let's, next card is man. Dealings or relationship with a man. This could be you, this could be the other person. Then we've got younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Okay. So there's multiple people involved here. And then again, underneath the deck, empty chair, someone is leaving your life, and then scales, keep your life in balance. So this someone is leaving your life, it doesn't need to be like, it doesn't necessarily mean like death or anything like that. Spiritual, yeah, no, that's not what I'm seeing. It could be like somebody's going to jail, or somebody's moving away, or somebody's transferring work locations or something like that. They're just not going to be around anymore. So take it as it resonates. Okay, so what do we have for Gemini? I'm going to pull tarot on each one of these, and then I'll also go back and clarify each one of the messages. So it might be a minute. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 cards that fell out, so we're going to be clarifying all of those. So if you've got a joint, coffee, tea, a root beer, sit back, enjoy, relax, and let me entertain you. Let me blow your mind with my tarot and oracle. Okay, energy going into this. 6 of Cups, pleasure. So good time to get out of a situation. This situation could have given you pleasure in the past, but it's just not fulfilling you anymore. This could be with somebody that you've known for a very long time, somebody that you've known since childhood, or just somebody from your past. But it could be somebody that makes you feel childlike, but it's that inner child, feeling of inner child, but also looking ahead and looking at your future self. So that's just the energy going into this. What do we have for pale? 7 of Discs. Now, what's interesting is in the stereotypical and the typical Rider-Waite tarot, the 7 of Discs is about planting your seeds and watching them grow. But this tarot deck is a little bit different. It's the Aleister Crowley tarot, and it's kind of based on the Thoth tarot. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's the same amount of cards. They mostly mean the same thing, but it's a little bit different, and it's a little bit darker. It's more esoteric based. So in this tarot deck, the 7 of Discs actually means failure. So this could have been a project that you started or something that you were trying to grow. You had already planted the seeds, you were cultivating it, working on it every day, but it leads to failure. And like I said, I felt like with this pale card energy, we were talking about the whole sinking ship scenario. It's almost also like a hole in the bucket, like a hole in your pail. And just the water, keeps on leaking. And it's like there's no point trying to use this pail if it's never going to stay full, right? So it's a failure. Now this is like past energy. What do we have for Apple? What's the temptation will test you? For Gemini, what's the temptation will test you? That's too many. I can't take those. I'm not looking. What's the apple for Gemini? Apple for Gemini. Thank you. Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands, and that's somebody. Now, first off, I can't show this any closer because YouTube could dock me, but she kind of looks like an alien, but she's naked, butt naked, right? And so, but she's very beautiful, and I feel like this could be your temptation. Pages are younger energy, so it could be anybody younger than you, hopefully not too young, just saying, but just younger energy. And it's, the wands are all about passion. So the fire energy is very seductive, very sexual. Pages of wands have to do with the excitement of starting something new. So it could be like a new relationship or, dating and stuff like that. But also it could mean like starting like a new project, a new course, being that excited feeling, that inner child, giddiness, right? Of, joining a new group or going to a new place for the first time. So it's all about firsts. But this is the first that's going to tempt you. Like, should you really be doing it? You've never done it before, and you have that thrill and allurement of something, but it's like, you could also get burned badly. So that's the Page of Wands, Princess of Wands. And I feel like this is like a very seductive feminine energy, so you could be like getting tempted like that. If you're a male, female, flip it, reverse, however you need to. It could be a male, just whatever. Then we've got Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. What's Dolphin for Gemini? What's Dolphin? Thank you. 9 of Discs, gain. Okay, so gain. You gain something. There's, this is the independent. It is a feminine energy card, but it's just, gain, money, coins. You could also be dealing with somebody who's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. What's Barrel? You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. I mean, it's saying you got money here, so if you've got money, then maybe it's the honey. Love or goals. So the Death card. Now, for some of you, there actually could have been a death, because we do have the Chair empty card. Someone is leaving your life. And then we have the Death card, which can talk about actual death, right? And it says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. It could be, lacking the love of somebody that's missing in your life. But that doesn't have to mean death, because death actually is the more wider accepted definition. I don't know why I'm like stumbling on my words right now. Definition of this card is transformation. And this is also the card of Scorpio, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpios are notorious for transformation. They do not stay the same for long. Once they go through a chaotic situation, a tower moment, anything like that, they come out stronger and wiser. And I feel like you either could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, or be dealing with somebody who does. But you feel something is lacking, and I feel like what you're doing is you're looking for transformation in this scenario. Then we've got, it's number 13, card number 13. 1 + 3 = 4, and that talks about home and stability. And when you look at the concept of home, that's like family, home and family, because then the next card is Seahorse, family matters, right? So what do we have for family matters for Gemini? What's Seahorse for Gemini? And I feel like I'm dealing with a male, like talking with a masculine, because I'm just looking at the Seahorse, and after what I had said, you can be female in your masculine energy. So out comes that 6 of Cups card again that we talked about in the very beginning, that inner child feeling, but it's in reverse. And so, yeah, I feel like, there's somebody, either family matters, there's somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, maybe since childhood. It's either that, or maybe it's like there's something that's missing in your life, like children. Maybe you're missing that inner child feeling. But yeah, it's like the pleasure, the nostalgia card. You're lacking pleasure. You're missing pleasure, which you're missing love, right? You could have the money, but you don't have the family or the love, right? And that's what you're missing in your life. Ooh. What was that line in the song? It's been a while since I had your attention, so it might hurt to hear this. Dreams we have don't ever fall away. We can't live them if we stay the same. It's like, this is like death of ego, death of your old ways. You want to get out of some situation so that you can transform towards what you don't have. And that's, you don't have family, you don't have love in your life. It's not for all of you, obviously. For some of you, there's other things that you might not have in your life that I'm just not saying. But if you're vibing with this and it resonates, then you know what I'm saying. So what's fire? Strong emotion, passionate, love, or hate? Drop a comment in the comments below if it does resonate, or smash that like button for me, please. It just helps with the feedback that I know that I'm on the right vibe, the right frequency, and it also helps the channel with the algorithm. So what's fire with Gemini? What's fire with Gemini, please? Plus, I love you guys, so what is Gemini, please? Thank you. Whoo! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Y'all. This is crazy. So, what popped out was the devil. Woo! We're talking about fire, energy, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Well, the devil, either you've got passionate love or hate towards a Capricorn, because that's what the devil card technically stands for as far as the zodiac sign. But if it's not a Capricorn, then we're talking about toxicity, honey. And that's like some passionate, like hate type energy. So the devil represents any kind of toxicity. It's not just like drinking or drugs, or it could be overeating. It could be over exercising. It could be, people with like sex addictions and things like that. But it could be anything. It could be somebody who has a toxic ego and is too full of themselves. But this is like the strong emotion, passionate love or hate. You could, if this is you, it's like you could have this toxic emotion, like a passionate love for yourself. But what you're not realizing is that it's like a toxic ego to other people. Or flip it in reverse, you could just be dealing with somebody who has a toxic ego. Could be a Capricorn. So, place it where it needs to go. But you are dealing with a man. Dealings or relationship with a man, and then also dealings or relationship with a younger woman. You could have these passionate feelings with, two different people. Maybe you're, thinking about family matters or trying to, it's like you're thinking about family matters with a man or a younger woman, depending on who you are, and you have strong emotion for these people, love or hate, depending on who you are. But there's some toxicity going on here, unless they're a Capricorn. Place it where it needs to go. What's man for Gemini? Seven of Cups, but in this deck that means debauchery. So I'm also hearing, okay, in this deck, again, the meanings and definitions of the cards are a little bit different. And in this deck, typically Seven of Cups is like all about opportunity, and sometimes even a feeling of being like overwhelmed because you have too many options, too many opportunities. But that's where debauchery comes in. It's like drinking from a lot of cups, or having too many drinks if you drink alcohol. If you don't drink alcohol, this is like dipping into too many cups of love and emotion. You could be dating around, and careful about that. You dip, anything into too many things, and you can have something that, we're saying, STDs. But on the other side of things, like not just physical STDs, we're talking sexually transmitted demons. Looking at this devil here, sexually transmitted devils, like attachments. When you're with a lot of people, everything is energy, and energy transfers very easily. It transfers in a handshake, it transfers in a hug, it even transfers just in interactions, right? So when you have intercourse with someone, that's a massive energy transfer. And sometimes, you can transfer more than just, whatever energy. That doesn't go away, if you know what I'm saying. So you have to be careful about that. And sometimes that doesn't go away for a very long time in the 3D, but also in the 5D, spiritual ties. And it takes a long time to even realize that you have that attached to you still, They're scars, emotional scars. Okay, enough. So, younger woman, what's dealings or relationship with a younger woman, please? For Gemini, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. This could even be like a child. If you have children, some of you, like a daughter. Oh yeah, could be. 9 of Cups, happiness. Or if it's just, someone that you have your eye on, if you're like dating or whatever, it's happiness, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. For some reason, I'm getting childlike energy off of it, though. So just, again, place it where you need to go. All right, we're going to clarify. I think you're like one of the only readings, for as many cards as we have, you're one of the only readings that only one card came out for each of the clarifications so far. All right, 3 of Discs, work. We could be dealing with a work situation, though. Clarification. All right, what's Pale and 7 of Discs for Gemini, please? Pale and 7 of Discs. Oof. Okay, so it's 2 of Cups, and it fell kind of sideways, but mostly upside down in reverse. And upright, the 2 of Cups is talking about like a fulfilling relationship, something that brings happiness. In reverse, obviously, it's like the cups are being poured out. So there's failure in some type of a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic. It can be business related. You might be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or have that somewhere strong in your chart. Place it where it needs to go. I also see Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo in here as well. So, but there's some kind of breakdown, some kind of failure, and it's time to get out of a situation. And I read this usually, past to future, but this could have been in the recent past. It could be happening now. What's Apple in the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands? What's Apple in the Page of Wands for Gemini? Thank you. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a spiritual leader, like a religious leader. This also is like a card of kind of like spiritual ascension. I don't really feel like it's that in this case. Or maybe somebody was tempting you with some type of a spiritual, like it almost felt like a spiritual connection. But you might have been attached to someone or something. They may be attached to someone or something, and therefore that's why it's a temptation. Like it shouldn't happen. It's either that or, a lot of times with the Hierophant, he's like a leader, a CEO. And with this card, I tend to get kind of like a feeling of control. Somebody maybe trying to control the situation. So you might be tempted with like power and authority. And maybe it's like something that you've never done. It's a role that you've never taken before. And it's like you kind of want to go down that road. You maybe because of money, because that's the next set of cards. It's like but you got to be careful because it's a temptation for a reason. So the Hierophant is also Taurus energy. You could be dealing with a Taurus. That's what I'm getting off of that right now. All right. What do we have for Dolphin and the 9 of Discs? What's Dolphin? Oh, I also just got, some of you could be tempted to, I see the devil up here, right? But the devil likes to disguise himself, toxic-wise, as something else, as power, as control. And so it's like you maybe be tempted to take to like sell your soul to the devil or something like that by because you want power or because you want this relationship with a beautiful person and it's something that you've never done before. It's just again, place it where you need to go, but that's what I'm kind of feeling. That's for some of you, not all of you. But what's Dolphin and the 9 of Discs? Gain. What's Dolphin and gain? They're both financial gain for Gemini. Ooh. So it's the Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse. So the Ace of Wands is aces are gifts from the universe. Oh. Aces are gifts from the universe. Again, we're talking about that passionate fire energy. This typically stands for a passionate new beginning that has a lot of potential for success, but it was in reverse. And I feel like was like, not a false start, but it just, you kind of fumbled the bag. Or somebody fumbled the bag, whether it was you or another person. Somebody may have, bitten into the apple of temptation. It's either that or maybe, somebody focused so much on financial gain that they weren't paying attention to passion, wasn't paying attention to a new beginning and maybe a passionate interest or something that could have led towards love. They were too focused on the money part. And that's why you're looking at this barrel. You feel that something is lacking in your life. Perhaps love, money, or goals. Well, if you have the money, there's other things that you want. And that's why you're looking for this transformation with the Death card. What's the barrel with the Death card for Gemini? What's the barrel with the Death card for Gemini? So now we have the Two of Wands. It's the very next card, and it's in reverse. So upright, the Two of Wands is dominion, and that's taking domination over something, someone's. And in reverse, it's not having that control. And that's what you're lacking. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Well, it's being in control of that. You don't have it, therefore you have no control over it, right? And the way that I read the Two of Wands, it's also a card about courage and having the courage to move forward. In reverse, I feel like you may be lacking some courage. But I also read it as, when it's upright, it's like reflecting on the past. I just got clarification again, so I feel like this is what it might be. But it's like the Two of Wands, you reflect back on the past lessons that you've learned due to experiences that you've had. You use that knowledge and wisdom to be able to move forward in future relationships, future situations, whatever it is that that you're reflecting on and or are passionate about. And I feel like with this being in reverse, it's like you just haven't done that reflecting, and or you're not using those lessons that you've learned in the past, to be able to help you towards what it is that you feel that you're lacking, if that makes sense. Because now we're looking at the Seahorse with the family matters and the Six of Cups. You're missing out on this pleasure. It's like you're lacking pleasure. I'm feeling like lackluster, right? And I'm surprised I haven't seen like the Four of Cups or anything. But let's see what Seahorse and the Six of Cups in reverse is. What's Seahorse and the Six of Cups in reverse for Gemini? Princess of Discs. So this is the Page of Discs. That is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy again. Now, this is Earth energy, so that's, pentacles, coins, money, stability, right? You may be getting some type of a message from, it could be anybody younger, but pages are also messengers, right? So you could be getting a message from somebody about a new project or getting back to work. This could be like a work family, like family matters, getting back to work, doing something work related. It also could be just something to do with maybe you wanting to start a family at the very beginning. It's like, you want to save. You're looking into the financial aspects of it, figuring out, if you have enough. It's like love and money. The money is upright. The pleasure is in reverse. Well, what's the strong emotion and passionate love or hate with this devil? I want to know more about this. Fire and the devil, please. Fire in the mountain, run, boys, run. What is that song? You guys know what that song is, right? What's the devil and fire? What's the devil and fire with Gemini? What's the devil and fire? Thank you. Why are these all falling in reverse? You're killing me, Smalls. Actually, this is a good one to fall in reverse, so that's good. We've got the Five of Discs, again, more pentacles. In this deck, it means worry, but it fell in reverse. So I feel like this actually might be a Capricorn that you're dealing with, so you don't have too much to worry about. If it's not, it could still be a toxic situation where there's passionate love or hate, but since worry is in reverse, I don't think it's so much as hate. But it may have been, you were worried about maybe having strong emotions or someone having strong emotions, love or hate, about you, right? There's nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. Some of you also may have been working on some kind of toxic characteristic about yourself. Like, if you tend to worry a lot, that is a toxic trait, overthinking and all of that. And that creates passionate feelings, love or hate towards things, because you're always overthinking it, right? So, but because this worry is in reverse, I feel like somebody's really been trying to work on it. But because the devil is still upright, again, if you're dealing with Capricorn, that's one thing. But if it is toxicity, it's still going to be something that you have to work on. So what is man? The Seven of Cups, debauchery. Prince of Wands. So this is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's in, out. Okay, so again, Wands, passionate energy. It could be towards a person, platonic or romantic, or towards what you're passionate about, work, career, business, finance, passion projects. So I feel like when we're talking about debauchery and we're talking about the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is your in and out, one night stands, here for a fun time, not a long time kind of guy. He's a playboy. If it's a female, it's playgirl, right? But we're dealing with a man. Dealing's a relationship with a man. Debauchery, in and out energy. So we're talking about a playboy. Somebody who's just, friends with benefits. And that's okay if that's the kind of relationship that you're looking for. But if people aren't looking for that relationship, it's here for a fun time, not a long time type of energy, right? So that's what we're looking at there. I see a lion on this, so you could have Leo in your chart. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or know somebody who does. We also see Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What's younger woman? Dealings or relationships with a younger woman? Gemini, thank you. Seven of Swords, futility. What is going on, y'all? So this definitely could mean strong emotion, passionate love or hate, potentially towards a younger woman, or a younger woman may have that towards you. She could have been a source of happiness, but now there's like something futile happening. Seven of Swords is miscommunication, backstabbing, it's theft, it's being deceived. And, to be honest with you, like the face that she's giving, and it's staring right at the man, like she looks like pissed, right? So there could be something there, could be passionate. And this could all be one situation where we start at the beginning and it says, time to get out of a situation. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse, in a relationship that says failure. So you could be, trying to decide if, you should get out of this situation. And what I see in that, if this is relationship, what I see is somebody focusing more on their money and knowing that you are looking for family matters. You may have strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I feel like some of you are really needing to work on yourselves first. But you do feel that something is lacking in your life. Money's coming in, but it's like goals and perhaps love. And it could be because, there's a masculine here or whatnot that, maybe he's more of a one-night stand kind of man. But I feel like that someone leaving your life could be like this relationship. And at the same time, it could be to keep your life in balance. Yeah. Underneath the deck, we've got the Warrior. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the Warrior card. And remember, that was talking about controversy, some kind of a situation, could be fighting. We have the Tower card. So Tower card means, chaos, destruction, something that's crumbling to its foundation. But the flip side, the benefit to something crumbling to its foundation is that once that happens, you're able to build it back up again, from a stronger foundation. Whether or not it's with the other person, that's a whole different story. But for yourself, it's so that you can build yourself up from a stronger foundation, right? Yeah. I feel like this is one big situation. This also could have been a situation because maybe somebody wanted kids and the other person just didn't. Like I said, if any of this resonates, hit that like button or drop a comment and let me know. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got number 25, brother and sister, transformation. So there's that transformation energy again. And again, we're talking about family matters. So you could be dealing with a brother or a sister. You could be dealing with transformation within any kind of family relationships or like family ties. We'll read this. I'll look into the book on this in just a second. And then we have top of the deck, number 19, the little match girl, choice. And she's sitting there holding a match like fire. There's a ton of fire energy in this reading, Gemini. So what I'm feeling like is like she holds the match that could, light the fire under you and or burn the whole fucking thing down. Or this could be you. Okay, so let's look at these. Oh, also the numbers. So 19, something significant could be happening on the 19th of this month or whenever you're seeing this. Also, 1 plus 9 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So whatever you're ending, whatever's dissolving, whether it's a relationship or whatever, it's a new start for you in some other way. And then we have number 25, brother and sister. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 7 is about defending yourself, defending your morals, ethics, beliefs, values, what it is that you hold, what's important to you. But it also means about like aligning like your 7 chakras. It's about opportunity, but again, it is also about deceit and theft and that feeling of being backstabbed, or maybe having too high of expectations and then being let down, like, disappointed. But whose fault is that? And I'm just, putting it out there. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying. Okay, so we're going to read brother and sister first. Yeah, you may be having like an altercation with your brother or sister, or it's just a situation that deals with that. So this tale is about so much. How you can balance what you want with what will take place once you obtain it. How to delay your gratification, so that's the temptation. How to maintain your integrity with the wild, and yet be able to have a strong will, and how to live a good life when we seem to be cursed, and how to survive the envy of others when our happiness is too much for bitter hearts to bear. And of course, it is about close relationship with family members and the caring that we do for the young. So family matters, right? Helping them work their way through the difference between what they want and what will harm them. So meanings behind this card: wisdom and instinct must be brought into harmony. Living a quiet life in the wild. Warnings unheeded. So it's like, that temptation will test you. The warnings unheeded is like that devil energy, right? Living with consequences. Filial love and tenderness. Love and care for those younger than us. Teaching others how to balance their instinct and their intelligence. Find comfort in simple pleasures. Live a good life. Enjoy the rewards that will come your way. Do not fear envy. It is temporary. Transformation, which we already saw that throughout this entire reading. And then harmony of our instinct and our mind. The love of a sister. So, and I would say also brother, but it says specifically sister for this one. Okay, then we've got number 19, the little match girl. So those were just like underlying energy of what like this entire spread was really all about. So this is like the main energy, the main message that Spirit wants you to get. Oh, this isn't that long, so shit, we're already at 50 minutes. Okay. So, So remember that you have within you the source of warmth of light, and within you is all you need to recall and bring forth family and love and beauty. So draw on the visions, the imaginings, and the memory, even when you suffer, and you will find a way through. This is also a call to action to offer some kind of assistance for those people, children, or animals who need you to share your good fortune, your warmth. Ultimately, the story reminds us that coldness kills, and warmth, the flame of love, either can keep us alive or help us reach a new life altogether. This is also a card that reminds us that children, especially those who suffer, can teach us a great deal about fortitude, courage, and love. Meanings behind this card: hope, death, the afterlife, compassion, choice. You have a choice no matter how harsh the circumstances. You have ancestral guidance from the female line. You have experienced a great loss. You deserve love, comfort, and warmth. Your visions and memories of loved ones bring much comfort. Messages from beyond the world of the living. You could be getting messages from a feminine energy, from the beyond, someone who has passed on. But just like I was saying, like I'm feeling like, you're really reflecting hard about what it is that you don't have. A lot of this is sounding to me like it's, you may have the money, but you don't have the love, or you don't have the children or the family life. And maybe that's what you're thinking about. But for others of you, and or it could be the same group, it could be due to some type of like ego and, strong emotion, passionate love or hate towards things that you're doing. So like love of self and all of that. So just, take it all into perspective. Message, Spirit is saying, keep your life in balance. And, I'm going to just leave it at that. So if this brought you if this brought you any clarity, insight, or answers, please make sure to drop a message in the comments below. If you'd like a personal reading, I have all of my contact information in the description below this video. But make sure you like, share, subscribe. And as you know, it's Together We Grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you every single week, and I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. So you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace, Gemini.